Hi friends, this is Sophie. Welcome to Studi's Cuisine. Welcome, and I'm so happy to see all of you. Today I'm making tomato ketchup. It's a very common item where we all have it and we buy it from the stores. So I usually used to make it long back and I thought of making it today. It's not all that difficult. It takes time and patience. But it's very easy because it just has tomatoes and some spices. You can basically take any tomatoes as you like, but you should take the ones that are more fleshy because you get more pulp in it from it. So I've taken 4 kilos of tomatoes, which are the elongated ones and the round ones because I had it in the fridge. So I took both of them. So the Roma tomatoes are very good to make the ketchup. And I have not put any coloring or any preservatives to it because I'm going to use it quick. But if you need to make in a very large quantities, then you need to put some preservatives so that it will last without getting spoiled. I have not put any. So let's go and see how we make it. Hope you all are doing well. Today is a very nice day and it has drizzled a little bit. It's nice and cool, although outside it's cold because winter is soon creeping in and we are ready to welcome winter. Thank you very much for everyone who have been subscribing and also viewing my videos. Please do share it and continue spreading the news, and also let me know what you wish to watch in your videos so that if I know, I can just upload it. Thank you so much, and you all have a nice and blessed day. So this is my tomato ketchup which is made. So I've got this big bottle and another half of this bottle with the tomatoes I made, the ketchup. It's really so tasty and you can have it. I remember even now my daughter, she has ketchup with anything, even with any random food she puts in the ketchup and she has it. So here it is, you see. Enjoy and have it with any fried items or with your dumpling. For making the tomato ketchup, you need the main ingredient as tomatoes, and you can take any tomatoes of your choice. So I've taken these tomatoes, 4 kilos, and I've also had the round ones which I had already chopped it and I've put it on the fire. I have cut it into small pieces, or you can just cut it into 4s or 6, chop it and then put it on the fire for it to boil, and we'll see how we go about with it. I'll take you on the other side where I've already chopped, cut the tomatoes and it's already boiling. So you see, this is the tomatoes which I have cut it roughly and it's boiling. And it's going to be cooked for around 30 minutes until it's nice and soft. Then it's going to be ground in the grinder. You can either blend it or mash it. And I'm going to take out the puree through a wire mesh or sieve it through a wire mesh. I'm going to switch this off and I'm going to let it cool and I'm going to grind it, or if you have a machine to crush it, it's better. This is a small quantity, so it's around 4 kilos of tomatoes. I'm going to grind it in the grinder and I'm going to sieve it through a wire mesh. So I'll get back to you. Now here you see the tomatoes are cool enough for me to grind it. This is my grinder here. I'll just put it all in batches. So here I'm going to grind it and I'll get back to you. So here is a ground tomato, and this is a container which I'm going to keep a mesh, and I'm going to just pour it. Okay, so you see here, all the tomato is going to go through the mesh and the sediments caught on the mesh. Okay, so you see here it is. So I'm going to repeat the process with my remaining tomato. I'm going to grind it and I'll get back to you. So in this way you get the pure puree of it, leaving all the sediments. Like, there are people who have a machine, and it's worth it if you have, you make tons of tomato sauce and freeze it for, the whole year, and give it to your friends, relatives, or make it as a business. But I'm just making it just to show you. 3 to 4 kilos of tomatoes is not much. Okay, this is the puree down, and this is the sediments that remain. Okay, so you see here, this is the sediments. So I'm going to take out the sediments and keep it in a separate bowl, and I'm going to repeat the process with the others. Okay, so while this is getting sieved, I'm going to grind the other one and come back. So here's the second batch of the residue. And I'm going to pour the third batch. So you see, there is no water absolutely added into this. It's just the tomato juice. You see here, almost everything. So this is the third batch of residue, okay, the seeds and the skin. So you see, you have so much of it. No color and no water. It's just tomato. We are going to put this back onto the fire and we let it boil, and I'll get back to you how we do it. I'm switching on the fire. It's on medium low. I'm going to put all these spices. So 2 star anise. You can take around 1 to 1.5 inch of cinnamon. This is the cinnamon I got from my daughter-in-law's place. It's her mom who has given it to me. Daisy, thank you very much. I still have it. And few cardamoms. So I've taken around 6 to 8 cardamoms, and few peppercorns and cloves, around 6 to 8 cloves. So you can put it directly, or you can just tie it in a muslin cloth. Or what I do is I just buy the stockings from the dollar store and I cut it into pieces, and I just tie it in the socks and put it, and I just throw it out later. Okay, because you get it for $1, and I make use of that socks so many times by just cutting it into pieces. So that is what I do. And if you have a muslin cloth or a thin cloth, you can put it so that all of it will, the spices, the flavor will be infused through it. I'm going to just crush it in my mortar and pestle, and I'll get back to you. This is how I do it. I just open the socks and I just crush it. And this is how I just put it in the socks. And so you see here, just have to tie it up this way, you see, and here you go. You just drop it in it. Okay, so keep stirring it. See that you don't poke it, because then the whole purpose of putting it in a small pouch destroy the whole thing. Okay, and now we need to put salt. So this is salt, putting 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and then you're of course going to taste it and see it too, right, at the end. But it might not be sufficient, but we will see it later. Another ingredient to what we add to this tomato ketchup is vinegar. It's white vinegar. You get it from the shops, very easy. So 1 cup. And also the vinegar, the taste, we will see how much we require. At the moment I've put 1 cup and around 2 tablespoons of salt along with the spices. So we are going to let it boil and reduce to the desired consistency, okay? And I'll get back. So it's going to go for more than half an hour definitely, but I'll come back after 30 minutes. So here I'm going to put sugar. It's half a cup of sugar. So you see with the vinegar, the salt and the sugar, it's going to be a little more watery, so we need to just evaporate all that water content, and we need to make it a little bit thick. Okay, so until the right consistency we are going to keep it on the heat. If you're in front of it, it can be on medium high, or else you just have to keep it on medium and keep stirring it in between, because we don't want it to get caught, right? So far we have put in the spices, the salt, the sugar and the vinegar. So that's all what is in this, with the tomato puree, the thick tomato puree, no water at all added into this. So we'll see how the ketchup turns out to be. Okay, at this time I'm going to put the onion powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder. It gives a nice flavor. It's dehydrated onion, right? I'm going to put the garlic powder, so that's another 1 tablespoon. You have to put the red chili powder. So you can put the normal chili powder, anything you want. I'm putting the paprika powder, the Spanish paprika. So I'm going to put 1 tablespoon. And if you want it hot, you have to put the hot paprika. It's up to you. Okay, so and we just give it a nice mix so that it mixes all together. You can put the Kashmiri chili powder, that gives a nice color to it. Trying to use my left hand as much as possible. So when it starts bubbling, it will just splash everywhere. So just put it on medium low and try to manipulate with the while you stir, okay? It's not yet ready. It's still to get thick, more thicker. So we wait till the right consistency, okay? So here you see how much it has reduced, and it's all done. You see our pouch is still here. We'll take it out. And to see if it's done or not, we just put some in our plate, okay? And you just put it down, slant it, it doesn't go. Otherwise you see the water dribbling down here, okay? So which means it's all done. I'm going to switch off the fire. Going to take out this pouch. There you go. And you can just either throw it out from inside. You can use the stocking if it's not told. You can wash and keep it, or you can just discard it. Okay, so this is it. It's all done. I'm going to just wait for it to cool, and I'm going to put it in containers. So this is our lovely ketchup. You have seen how we make the ketchup and how much it has reduced, and how thick it is, and it's really very tasty. It's better than what you get to buy, because you can put in the ingredients what you want. If you want less of sourness, you put less vinegar. If you don't want spices at all, then you don't put the spices. And if you want more sugar, you've added more sugar. So you can mix and match as per your needs. And this is a perfect, lovely tomato ketchup. Please do try it, and let me know how you have made it and how it has come out. And if you have any other good versions of making it, let me know. Really good. You must all make it and have it with. I just had it with some chicken strips. Marvelous. Thank you for watching, and you all have a wonderful and peaceful day.